Hello, this is Rick. Welcome to RoboSim Pro movie series. This is the introduction. This is the very first video. When you start the screen, you'll see this splash screen and you need to click to start it. Here's the product. This opens the install panel, and I'm going to install a cell just to have something to look at. But you can see we have a graphics window here. These are a sample of some of the Kamau robots. And then at the right hand side we have the quick pick, which is like a 2D description of the cell, and at the top we have a top bar. And at the headers, you hit those and you can, with the mouse click, you can pull down and select different panels. Right underneath that is the toolbar. It says icons for shortcuts. So there's the install, save, the save panel, create shape panel, move object panel, edit world, that's where you rename and delete things, appearance panel where you change the color and the transparency. And they all fall into this Rolodex, and you can click on the Rolodex and get different panels to come back up, and then you hit the all clear button on the icon bar and it clears them all. So let's look at the graphics. At the very bottom you have this quick view, and you have all these viewing buttons. The quick view allows you to use the mouse, a 3-button mouse. So the left mouse is a pan, the middle mouse is zoom in and out, and the right mouse is spin tilt. So you can see that it's green when it's outlined. That means that the mouse has control on that panel. So if you go back and look at the move panel, you'll see that it was green. That means that the mouse has active in the move panel. Axis view allows you to click on the, you see just from the X view, the Y view, the Z view, or the top or the bottom. So it's just different ways to look at your cell. The way our graphics works is more like you're in a factory and you're walking around and you're looking at the robots. It's not like the part is in your hand and you can look at all parts. In general, when you approach a robot on the factory floor, you don't really float above it so much. You just kind of look at it from the factory floor level. The isometric view allows you to look at it from different 45 degree angles. The zoom in button brings up this, and you can again see it's selected, surrounded by a green border, and so it allows you to select the view of a zoom view. And here we're undoing the views of the last 10 views that we did. It keeps track of the views. So here's what we'll do. We'll zoom in on this Rebel robot, and then you can use the zoom out. It's just the inverse of the zoom in. It makes a 2D box, and you can zoom out. And it's kind of handy just if you're too close, you just want to move in and out. So if we do a view all, it just kind of takes a bounding box of all the objects in the world and sort of centers them. So view object is nice because it not only works on graphical objects, but also in the quick pick. You can select the 2D browser we call it, and you can select objects and view it around, which is handy when a cell is complicated. And then the point button right to the left allows you to select a point on an object and reorient it and make that the center of rotation. You can also save views. So here's like we're gonna select this robot and name it the racer view, and then we can select this other object, the Rebel, and we're going to save the view as Rebel, and then we'll select this palletizing robot and save the view as the palletizing robot, the PAL. And then we can go back and we have the views, and we can just select the views we want. And so then we can just have a list of views, and as you click through them, then it'll go to those different views. And this is saved with the cell. And then you can also delete the cells. So this is kind of an overview of RoboSim Pro, just sort of a user viewpoint. So stay tuned for future videos. Thank you.